The curtain rose for La Traviata's premiere without incident. Scotland Yard was less than impressed by the hole in the pipe, but this was a minor quibble. To know that lives were saved through the efforts of 3 young detectives was a more attractive point of discussion. Holmes and Watson's efforts saw them to the front page of the paper. Perhaps that was what led to the play's remaining days being performed before a full house. I went to see the last night of La Traviata. What a show! And it was your teamwork that permitted me to enjoy it. Why, not just me, but all of London.
Mm-hmm. There's no better assistant out there than me. Ah, with the exception being you, of course.
Your credit was overdue. It was only when I observed you two on the case that I realized Holmes' inactivity of late. And I'm certain I am the source.
The source was never you, but always me. Anytime we're together, no matter the situation, I can't seem to relax. He's completely lovesick. Our very own Herlock Holmes. See the blush, that rosy innocence. Shut up, Watson. Keep your mouth shut, I say. Shut it is. I'll be going on a lengthy errand, so you two can take your time.
Watson then retired from the office with a skip and a playful wink. Can you pick a lane, dude? It's either like, you're spending too much time, you should spend more time, you should make out, you shouldn't make out. Just pick a lane, dude. It was the first time since the case began we had been alone. It was a terrible silence, a terrible longing on my end without any idea on what to do with it. And what about him? I should leave as well. Pardon all the trouble.
Wait!
Holmes took my hand and pulled me back to him. Aww. Yeah, communicate, you two.
I want you to stay. Just a bit longer.
I thought I might stop breathing. His voice was so close to my ear, so low a whisper, and so crippled with vulnerability. What he expressed weakly, but the desperation he showed through his grip on my arm revealed a deeper strength. He kept me where I stood, not through any effect of violence, but quite favorably, and so I waited in anticipation for his next move. But there was none. Was he waiting for me? But I had no words to provide. I wanted to think, but my head was blank. Through slowly parting lips that I hoped to provide a response, but there was no reply between them. Act, girl. Just act. You don't have to talk all the time. Act. I didn't want to see him in pain. I didn't want to know I was the reason for it. Why could I say nothing? Comfort him. Let him know. Speak. No, don't cry. You mustn't cry. Well?
I've been miserable. All I do is think of you, and it stops me from doing anything else. I'm half the person I was, having only finished half my work through half my usual speed. This has never happened to me before. I don't know what to do, Emily.
Oh, dang, he used your first name. Stuff serious. I wish I didn't make you miserable. I say I want to help, but if I'm with you, all I do is make it worse.
That's not...
Holmes, I'm so sorry. Nice. Shut up, girl. I could not finish. He stopped me with a kiss of one who had been deprived.
Don't apologize.
But...
I know I'm the reason for your tears. But I beg you, don't cry, Emily.
To just kiss me was not enough. He closed the gap between us with an unreserved neediness that demanded my attention go solely to him. My heart labored twice, 3 times over from how close we were. I was safe, and yet I could not stand still.
I'm always, always thinking of you. Every time something happens, whatever the occasion, you are the first to come to mind. I'm always thinking of you because I love you.
And I love you too, Holmes. My fevered whispering vanished into nothing. Oh. Oh boy, okay. His hands tugged at my hips to bring us closer. As flushed as I was from my heart racing, I loved the feeling of his beating with the same intensity against my chest.
You aren't going home today.
Well, I have missed you.
Good.
When he didn't kiss my lips, he lingered close enough that I felt his warmth. I wish he would kiss me. I wanted him to kiss me again. I threw my arms over his shoulders and pulled him to me. The thudding of my heart spread to my cheeks, sent butterflies to my stomach, set a radiant fire throughout me. Holmes was so good at sending me to places that made my head spin, so perfect with the way he kissed and clinged to me that it made me want nothing more than to answer all his wishes. I could concentrate on nothing but him. To support both myself and the way I wanted him was too much. When my arms loosened and my knees buckled, he caught me, carried me, and he laid me against the bed. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening right now. Dang, I'm blushing so hard. Alright. There I was, a blushing girl of 27. 16. Struck by the luck I had to lose myself into eyes of such clarity. And he, a blushing boy of 17, brushed his hand against my cheek and tangled his fingers into my hair to show me all the ways in which he was grateful to cherish me. I loved him. I really, absolutely, with all my being, loved him. That I loved him so brought me to weep, and before my tears could fall to the bed, he caught them for me. Holmes. He kissed me again. I didn't know how long we spent like this. I don't know when we stopped. I just knew he was there as I was eased into a comfortable warmth.
Tonight, I never want to leave your side. I want to feel what it's like to have you beside me. We're still young, you know. We have so many years ahead of us before we're no longer ignorant of this world. And even then,
He drew me to him as he lay down next to me.
Even then, I'm sure I'll still be half a man. Would you wait for me, Emily? Would you be willing to wait till I'm a man worthy of taking your hand?
I'll wait as long as it takes. The softness of his voice, his kindness, the poignancy of his musings, all of these served to warm my heart. In the most wonderful synchrony did we, content to sink into the company of just one another, at last close our eyes and drift to sleep. That was so wholesome. I next opened my eyes as the natural light of morning peered inside to greet us. Holmes would still be sleeping, I suspected, and that he was, with me in his embrace, holding me like something far too precious, holding me like somehow not even drifting into the unconscious mind could make him forget I was there. What a position to be in! A sheepish anxiety overtook me. I motioned to wriggle free, but he only tightened his hold. Aww. So cute. I love bedtime snuggles.
Stay a bit longer.
He refused to let go. He whispered into my ears with a tired grumble. Why don't you guys just get married at this point? They can be together all the time. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Like a baby.
I'm glad. When silence followed, I met his eyes, which were still in the haze of being half asleep. You really won't permit me help with your cases?
I should love to permit you to do anything you want, but this one thing I can't. My assistant is very capable, as you already know, and And to have you with me makes it difficult to concentrate on work.
You're still saying that, are you? He tried his best, like a stubborn child, to stifle a yawn. An adorable sight I would not soon forget. Holmes? Are you still tired?
I've never been a morning person.
Then we're alike. The bed hugs me in such a way that I want nothing more than to fall asleep again.
I'm reluctant to agree, but so we are. I've no desire to embrace my bed, however. I'd rather fall asleep, embracing you.
Holmes? He's so comfy with her. How convenient that you would fall asleep after saying that. It will do, I suppose. Good night, Holmes. It was all so awkward. It couldn't have pleased me more. With a subtle contentment coursing, I stayed precisely where I wanted to be and watched the sleeping face. I really hope Pendleton's okay. Holmes awoke several hours later. It was a strange thing. He distinctly recalled Emily sleeping in his arms, but there was no one in the bed but him. He didn't dream it, surely. Man, she gotta sneak out of there, man. Let the girl go. No, that wasn't it. He felt like a fool as he became more lucid. She must have gone without saying goodbye, but this idea left him with a lurking loneliness he would have preferred to bid away.
Holmes! Come quickly! Calm now. You're still asleep? This isn't the time for sleeping. A new detective agency is opening 1 floor down.
Oh no. Emily, what have you done?
A competitor. As direct as they come. And the one running it is...
Hello, hello! Up I knock! I've a new tenant to introduce. Come along in! A little bonnet popped itself into the frame, Hudson, and she ushered in another person as soon as she made herself known. But who? Good day! I'm your new downstairs neighbor. Perhaps we've met? She's such a minx!
Met my foot. When did you decide this? You were in my bed just before... Oh, your bed. I misspoke. When she was making my bed, she was kind enough to assist me in some domesticating after our lab rat disaster.
You're the disaster! You are not her master, and she is not your domestic here to clean after your messes.
That's a terrible way to think of her.
I, for one, am delighted that you've started your own agency, Emily. I'll do what I can to help as your assistant. Stay on your toes, boys. Shan't drop your rent by a penny, so you might want to consider a new career for when we steal your clients.
How in God's name is this happening?
I brought some cakes as a moving-in gift of sorts. My assistants made some tea also. Yes, if we're equal to it, let's all enjoy some quality tea time. We can discuss the details of Lily Langdon's case since we're here. Not at all why I'm here, of course.
All right, I'll clear the table. Don't start moving things without my say. And since the subject has presented itself, I'm impressed Pendleton approved this.
Oh, he didn't approve anything. I'm the head of my house. He doesn't get to decide what I do.
Heavens.
Holmes hung his head in his hands. I was almost starting to agree when you said it would do us good to keep our distance. But then I thought, we can still be close, but we need something else to stimulate our minds the way we did when we first met. A rivalry will do. You have the most adoring expression when you become shy, but I love the side of you that spares no effort for your work. And you really cannot afford to spare effort now I'm here. One misstep and I'll surpass you in no time. That's my girl! You can't stop us! More revelations. More changes. It was all a fair amount to take in. He groaned, but in a happy sort of way.
The second I think I have you figured out, you turn all my expectations on their head. Never have I met so unpredictable a young lady as you.
Yet you still pursue this very young lady. Am I one of your mysteries waiting to be solved?
The most enticing one, to be sure. My tastes are such that I'll never tire of trying to solve it.
And as he took my hand, he smiled.
As a fair warning, dear rival, I will not be merciful. I work hard, and that will not change with you downstairs. If you want to take on one of London's greatest detectives, then you'd best have the energy for it.
Of course. I know full well how you are. Aww, so cute. May their future be one of bliss.
Indeed.
Indeedy-do. Oh, so lovely. Ah, my heart is so warm from that. They're so well suited. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, that was a delight. That was a sweet treat, is what it was. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've got goosebumps from that. That was so good. Yeah, that was the epilogue for Holmes, and that was wonderful. I enjoyed every second of it. So, unfortunately, with that being said, there is a little something called a bad ending that will be up next, so if you are not interested in that, totally understandable, but if you are, I hope I'll see you over there for that next time, guys. Thank you very much for joining me either way, though, and until next time, I will see you later.